going on, guys? Ryan here, and today we're going to be working on the shower. And actually, this video, I never recorded an intro, so it's been weeks and weeks and weeks since I actually worked on the shower. I actually worked on it before I even worked on the laundry room, so this is kind of like a weird time sort of situation here. But I kind of wanted to tell you why I needed to work on the shower and what I did and what it looks like now. First off, I just got to say, there's tons of cracks and gaps in the shower. The whole, all of this is not solid. It's like paneling, and it's really brittle, and there's been cracks in it for a long time. And I don't know how long, and I don't know when it started to be like that, but I can tell you that it's been like that for a while, long enough to do some major damage to the, I don't even know what to call it. The wall behind it and the floor underneath it. It's been like that for a long time. So there is gaps near the tub spout and then near the handles, near the shower head. You got almost a whole window frame sort of situation. Like the shelf there had a crack, and there's a gap between the border of the window and the shelf, and there's just tons of spots where water's been getting in and behind the tub. Now, I want to change this bathroom completely. It's going to be totally different later on. So I don't want to replace this whole shower when it's going to be totally different someday. And because of that, all I really did was I just recalked it all and filled in all the cracks and whatever with really cheap caulk, which stupidly is not, it's still cracking. So it's still letting some water behind it, but it's not as bad. But as you can see, it's just terrible. The whole shower is just not even worth trying to save. So that's what I did, and I cleaned it up really well. I should have worn a mask. I think I did later on, but I should have gotten a respirator for that. There was some mold, and I just cleaned it up as best as I can. Been working on it, and recently I just did another coat of caulking around the window because that's where it cracks all the time. So now I'm going to show you what it looks like now. So this is the area that cracks all the time, and you can see it's still cracking pretty bad. But I keep on trying, and then you can see there's some bug problems too. I don't know why, but this area, I didn't want to take this off, so I just filled in as much as I can, and it's decent. It's working just fine. But this is the spot that's been cracking all the time, and I don't want to keep blinds here, so I put this foam up to block people from looking in. Up here was a pretty nasty crack. It is, well, actually, I think it was down here. So that's pretty good. Now, I'm not going to use the shelves at all. This is just all sort of temporary nonsense that I'm not going to touch. But you can also tell down here, I filled it with some Great Stuff foam, and then I just wrapped it in caulking because that's as good as I can do. Because I don't think this is really water resistant. And since this doesn't get a lot of water and that does, I just decided to do it that way. But yeah, and then there's actually this pretty nasty gap right here I filled in. Finally got it so it doesn't, there's still not a gap there. And just all the way up to the ceiling. I obviously didn't do every spot because that's not going to get a lot of water, but I did do all of that. And so that's pretty much all I did for the shower. It took quite some time. I did a time lapse for the whole thing, and I think it took me about an hour and a half just to clean it and take off all the old caulking and get rid of the mold. But now it's a lot better, and I'm thinking that this project right here, I mean, this whole house is going to be an ongoing project for probably all the way until we sell it. So I mean, this is a start. Obviously, it's just a temporary fix. It's not permanent or anything, and that wasn't the plan for it. And then maybe one day I can actually show you what the plan is for this actual bathroom, because it keeps changing in my head, and I wish I had gotten it figured out before we changed the AC. But that's a different story for another time. I think that'll be it for today's video. It's going to be a short one today. I will have more and more videos coming out. I just have to really get through editing them, and it's pretty tough because I'm losing my energy because it's kind of hot out, muggy and windy, and then there's just other stuff going on, and I just don't really have the energy for it. But I do have the footage. I just need to edit, and editing is one of the worst things for me to do. So I'll see you guys all next time. I didn't even do my outro. If you liked today's video, be sure to smack like button as hard as you can. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on post notifications. I'll see you guys all next time. I'm going to keep that in. All next time.